Shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the X Zone with Chris. Today's topic, I want to get into the King Von situation and the drama surrounding it, and furthermore. But before I get into that, why don't you hit that listener support? $4.99, $9.99 a month. Keep this voice going. Whatever you can donate, I'll greatly accept it. Now, hope y'all all remaining positive in these trying times, and even during these trying times, you still got motherfuckers who want to try you. But please sure not to make them try going 6 feet deep. I don't advocate violence here. All love, positivity, spiritual love, life, and beyond the stars. Alright now, so the whole King Von situation. If anybody's saying, oh, you're just trying to get clout, yes, I am trying to get some clout off his death. But it's not what you think. It's not what you think. And to me personally, I'm tired of hearing of artists, especially black artists, who, especially in rap, that I hear about you when you die, than more than when you alive. I'm getting tired of this whole black death trend, especially young black males, and anybody in general. But I'm speaking on my community and anybody else's community that can learn from this. Now, what I'll say about King Von is that no, I did not know him. Well, obviously nobody knows him. I didn't even know about drill music until his death. I didn't even know what that is. So he seemed like a chill dude, but he had the wrong people surrounding him. Let's just keep it real. Now, from what I learned, King Von was part of BD, and his father or grandfather, the head of BD, which is a gang. And when he was younger, he got some mischief, but he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he got acquitted of all charges because he was looking at 90 years in jail, and thank God he beat that. So he left those people alone. Not those people, but those friends or whoever he was with, and he started rapping, and he did it big wherever he was at. I believe in Atlanta, and he did big. So now, fast forward, when he becomes big, these two dudes, they've been beefing for 3 years, going back and forth on some online stuff. And he goes and meets them up, and a shootout occurs. King Von was unarmed, so most likely somebody set him up. And we don't know who it is, but it's one of his so-called friends. And this is why I always say, you gotta be careful of the company you keep. And I don't care who gets tired of me saying that. Because situations like this, situations like the Kenneka Jenkins case, so forth and so forth, we keep hearing about, these scandalous people. Everybody is your acquaintance until further notice. For me, we have to know each other a long time before I can call you a friend. My circle is small. Y'all know who y'all are. I don't even have to tell y'all. But that's how you have to go through life. If you feel somebody saying something off, or they are low vibrational, low spirit, they just want to go. They just want to go out. They have no agenda in life. They just wake up, party, bullshit, and that's all they want to do. If it doesn't go align with you, you have every right to cut that person off, or just stop fucking with them. And because some people are not happy for your success, and that don't even have to be in Hollywood anyway. That could be a new job. They want to make more money than you. They want to see you struggling out here, scrapping for change. Some people just, they don't want to see you as happy as they want to be. I'm not one of those people. If you do better than me, fine, shit. If I do better than you, then I'll put you on. I'm just solid. And I've always been told that, and I'm always gonna stay that way. I've always been that N-word. I'll stay that N-word. And for these chicks, you have to watch them out too, because Asia Doll, I don't know if they was going out. I don't know if they were still together, but when she tweeted, "You need to have 3 bodies up under me, up under you, before you talk to me," that's not a good saying. I don't care if she was joking, and I don't care if anybody tried to dox me or whatever. I don't worship these celebrities. The thing about celebrities back then, they could get checked. When the Beatles said they was bigger than Jesus, Paul McCartney said that, they got checked. Their career almost ended. When Kirk Franklin came out with Stomp, trying to mix secular music with gospel, he got checked. When Madonna came out with Like a Prayer, trying to have sex with Black Jesus or that black religious figure, she got checked. So I can check anybody, because I don't deify none of these celebrities. None of them are God. And a lot of y'all standing is just straight creepy. Just like Eminem when he created the song Stan. You see Eminem at the end, he had to say, he wrote, so Stan is a song by Eminem, because a lot of people saying that Eminem's music was violent, which it was. He fantasized about killing his baby mother, Kim, which he didn't do. And then he had some lines back in the day like, I'm a jagged edge. I don't care. I don't care. I'll kill you whether you're fat or less. Do I hate homos? The answer is yes. So he had a lot of, music that would hype you up and stuff. So that's why he came up with Stan. He's a fake guy named Stan who likes everything that Eminem does. He does not question one thing he does. He's like a cult leader. Not a cult leader, but he looks at Eminem as like, this, God, so to speak. And back then you had to write fan mail. So he always wrote this fan mail. And of course, Eminem didn't get it until he got the last letter. And at the end, he kills his baby mama and throws her over and drives the car off the edge. But he makes sure he mails the last letter to Eminem in the mailbox. And Eminem tells him he needs some help. This is entertainment. But he realized like, it was Stan. He realized that was the dude on the news. And somehow else really fit into that category. And I just wanted to just throw that out there. It's cool to be like a Stan, like on the superficial side, But back in the day, nobody's address and none of that was getting doxxed. I just feel like it's not like this celebrity worship and stuff is just crazy. And I'm not saying all of y'all do that, but I'm saying some people do that. And it's just crazy. Like, really. But yeah, when I don't care if she was joking and said that, like my girl Lovely T was saying, that some boys might see, some little girl, some of her young fans might tweet that's in high school. And then a boy that's trying to get with that girl might see that, and then he gonna, kill 3 people. And then be like, yo, I want to talk to you. It's happened in the past. It's happened on, because some dudes, they'll do it. There's one dude who killed his daughter because the chick that he was trying to get with said she didn't want no kids. And so he killed his daughter that was with his previous girlfriend, his ex. Killed his own baby. So you got to be careful when you have a big platform to be what you speak and whatever you speak. And dudes, when you hear some chick say something like that, you shouldn't even want no female like that. They're just off. She's just mentally lost. Because if you want to be a killer, it's true. You better take all the responsibility that come with that. Because I know somebody whose father was a killer. Not gonna say no name, but He saw some things, and then once it was his father's time to go, because his father had got shot, I guess trying to save somebody else or whatever. And when he was in the hospital, he was screaming and hollering that he kept seeing all the people that he killed. Yep. And not only that, he died, and then obviously his son, witnessed some things. So now he has to go through trauma of that. That's not something you want to even touch. So you got to be mindful of the things that you say and you put out there in the world. Not put that on everything. And these dudes, this whole trap music, even drill music, it does seem like, everybody, all the girls coming out with whole music, and all the dudes coming out with gang music, death music. We need to thank God that we have another day, we have another life. Well, you get what I'm saying. Another day to survive and just to live. Because not many people get that chance. You never know when you're going to get that chance to do it way big. And make someone proud that whose life is lost. That's in your family, and that's very close to you. You can't be speaking death if you're not ready to go. And if you're young, you shouldn't even want to be thinking like that. Because when I was younger, and I'm still young now, when I was younger, it was just expected. You get old and then meet your maker, God that's in heaven. But nowadays it just seems like, fuck it, I'm going to smoke a bowl. I'm going to get my dick sucked. And if I get shot, I get shot, All this low vibrational, stupid, demonic ass music, it's got to stop. And it seems like it is kind of an agenda to either usher our youth into the jail or to the graveyard, just like the 90s. And because you could do your research on everything I'm saying, because music labels and record labels and prisons have jail ties, just like the hip hop police. Everything them rappers are saying, they have files on it. Every police force has a division that they have to focus on, and they are watching. Whether you small or big, they are watching. They want to see who influenced who, and who they need to maybe take out. And I'm just going to leave that right there. You can do your own research on that. I advise you to. But I just want to speak to the youth on King Von's death. And like I said, and it's sad because the same so-called friends that was around him, did y'all find out that after he died, they jacked all his stuff? Feeling like, oh well, he dead, he don't need this no more. How kind of low down, dirty shit, piece of shit that you gotta be to do that? If he's a big star, you could put his stuff in a museum, just like Selena's family put her stuff in their own museum. All of her artifacts, all of her clothes in the Corpus Christi, Texas Selena Museum has always a big line for people to go see. But no, instead they stole his stuff. Like I said, you got to be careful the company that you keep. I just found that already this, like, it's beyond words, like that somebody would actually do that. So you got to be careful the company that you keep. It's not usually a stranger. It's usually who you invite in your home. Like I said, friends ain't as long as you known somebody. You ain't hear me though. Friends ain't as long as you known somebody. And family ain't always by blood. When somebody starts saying something shaky and off to you, you know when to drop them. I don't care how long you know them. You are going to rock with me and be solid with me. Can we have disagreements? Yes. But just to do some low down fake stuff, you gotta be careful of the company that you keep, and also that who you date. It's just senseless. We don't need any more of this trending. Not trending his death, but well, who's the next one? Who's the next one? No, it shouldn't be like that. At 29, at 21, 20, no. Like Alex Trebek, at least he left at 80. He could have went longer, but I guess it was just his time, and that's sad. But at least he hit 80. Some of y'all not even thinking that long. It's really sad. But yeah, everybody just gotta do you, be you. Everybody not gonna accept you, or everything ain't for everybody. You can't be all things to all people. It's okay to let go and let God. Like, we don't really need any more rappers until, because all this deaf music, like I said, is whack. A lot of this new mumbling music. Not King Von's. Some of his stuff is good, but these other people, I don't know what to say about y'all. I don't want to hear another new male rapper until y'all thinking on a Nas level, on an Eminem level, on a Jay-Z level. Like, that's just that. You gotta put some music in your, some craft in your music. And I don't want to hear another female rapper until you thinking on a Queen Latifah level, MC Lyte, and a Lil Kim level. It doesn't matter how you dress. I just want to hear your cadence. I don't want to hear how many times you can go down in bed, or your pussy, or your booty. We really gotta start making high vibrational music. It's okay to be sexy and all that. It's never okay to speak deaf or just go shooting up people for no reason. No, it's never okay to do that. But if we get on the cadence of forcing these artists to make more positive and more uplifting music, then we'll have a longer generation in years to come. I'm not saying I can change people's music or make y'all do whatever. I'm just stating my two facts, my 2 cents, my opinions. And that's that. But anyways, rest in peace to him. Seemed like a cool person. I'm gone too soon. But let this be a lesson learned. Don't second guess yourself. I don't even second guess myself. Because sometimes when I second guess myself, I was right the first time. I just don't have time to put up with foolish nonsense. If your energy is off, like I said, if you ain't going nowhere in life, if you were just freeloading off of me, if we ain't, we don't even have to do the same things in our, let's say, I want to be an entertainer. If you want to be a doctor, that's fine. As long as I know you're going somewhere in life. Shit, you can help me out if I ain't got no insurance. And something like that. But if you're just around, just to be around, just to be a body, a mannequin or whatever, hell, a human mannequin, hell no. And I just advise people to do that too. Protect your peace at all costs. At all costs. But like Lauryn Hill said in the song Lost Ones, some of y'all don't want to hear my opinion. You might win some, but you just lost one. Alright, so rest in peace to him. I have a lot of other podcasts coming up. Like I said in my previous one, I'll be doing some on artists who haven't got their do like an unsung, just to plug that in. They want to hear like artists that didn't get their big shot in the 90s, or like not their big shot, but they still can rap. And artists that had good content but didn't get pushed up for whatever reason. And I'll be doing some other interviews with Grizzy from Lockdown 28 and 3. No, Lockdown 23 and 1. go check out that channel. And yeah, it's been your boy Chris with an X on another episode of the X. Stay tuned.